Welcome to episode 13, E-Gov Travel System Access Management. In this episode, you will learn about the E-Gov Travel System's two means of access, the associated authentication levels, and how they are managed. You will also learn the relationship between access management and the electronic signature of travel claims. By the end of this episode, you will learn the following: the legislative rules governing claims against the government and the electronic signature of travel expense voucher claims. The primary means of accessing the ETS, the HHS Access Management System. How employees of other agencies might be enabled to access the ETS using an HSPD-12 PIV card. A secondary means of accessing the ETS, Level 1 credentials. The travel system's administrator's responsibilities in managing ETS credentials. How employees electronically sign travel expense voucher claims. Claims to the government are governed by 31 U.S. Code. Travel and transportation claims are settled pursuant to 31 U.S. Code Section 3702, Authority to Settle Claims. B1. A claim against the government presented under this section must contain the signature and address of the claimant or an authorized representative. The claim must be received by the official responsible under subsection A, for settling the claim or by the agency that conducts the activity from which the claim arises within 6 years after the claim accrues. Federal Travel Regulations Section 301-52.3 implements 31 U.S. Code Section 3702, B1, and establishes the requirement for travel expense voucher claims to be electronically signed. The regulation does not establish or authorize any exemptions to the requirement. To enable all claimants to electronically sign their claims, and thus comply with the law and regulation, HHS has established two means to access the E-Gov travel system. Every person who travels for the department must be given access to the ETS to electronically sign travel expense voucher claims. ETS access management is primarily through the HHS Access Management System, AMS, to which the ETS is linked. AMS meets NIST's Authenticator Assurance Level 3 Authenticator and Verifier requirements by use of a Homeland Security Presidential Directorate 12, HSPD-12, mandated personal identity verification, PIV, access card to access the department's access management system and, by extension, the enterprise ETS. As a rule, users shall meet the criteria of the access management system to gain access to the enterprise ETS. Just about anyone with an HSPD-12 personal identity verification card, even employees from other departments, can have their PIV activated in the HHS Access Management System. Thus they can be set up with the E-Gov Travel System account. This is particularly useful for USPHS commissioned officers detailed to other agencies. To invite an external, non-HHS user with an HHS-supported PIV card to the AMS, follow the directions available within the AMS, see screenshot at right. A list of HHS-supported user agencies is available on the Invite User tab. A NIST-compliant Level 1 access solution has been implemented as an alternate solution for employees, including invitational travelers, who cannot access the ETS through AMS, the primary means. There are two classes of employees whose access to the department's Secure Information Technology Network is limited, which hinders, but does not prevent, their access to the ETS for the purpose of electronically signing claims. Employees of the National Disaster Medical Service, NDMS. Persons defined as invitational travelers. NDMS employees are employed intermittently and are not issued PIV cards. Invitational travelers are not in the direct employ of the government and are not issued PIV cards. To meet the electronic signature regulatory requirement and the government-wide normative set forth in NIST Special Publication 863b, the ETS has a security-compliant secondary, alternate means to provide users with access to the ETS. The alternate means is consistent with NIST's Authenticator Assurance Level 1 Authenticator and Verifier requirements, namely, a Memorized Secret Authenticator, or MSA. The Level 1 MSAs utilized by the ETS as an alternate means of access consist of a username and password. ETS administrators bearing the UFMS/NBS/HIGLIS sysadmin roles are responsible for creating and managing user profiles. New ETS user profiles are created using the Profile Administration Tool, PAT. Based on the employee's employee identification number, EIN, social security number, or host's identification number, host ID, which is the host's EIN. As provided in the PAT, the ETS generates a new unique ETS profile and digital signature for that employee. The ETS also generates a unique username for the employee. An HHS employee's username is their official HHS email address. An invitational traveler's username begins with the letter I and ends with at hhs.gov. Most ETS users should access the ETS through the HHS AMS, the primary means, and thus will not need a password, the alternate means. For users, including invitational travelers, unable to use the primary ETS access method through the HHS AMS, the travel system administrator can set an initial password within the user's profile. Passwords must contain at least 12 characters, including a number and a special character. Operating division/staff divisions establish internal procedures for administratively resetting user passwords for NDMS employees and invitational travelers. Administrators should verify user identity by having user confirm vital information found within the ETS or another reliable source such as Social Security number, employee identification number. Users requiring an alternate means of access should be provided their username, password, the URL to the ETS, cge.concurrsolutions.com, and the job aid on how to access the system and how to create travel expense voucher claims. They may also be coached by phone or teleconference. Passwords must be transmitted to the user in a secure means consistent with the department's information technology policies. Once an employee accesses the ETS environment, through any means, they may prepare or verify, and then electronically sign and submit, the travel expense voucher claim. When the user selects Sign on their travel expense voucher claim, the ETS affixes the user's unique digital signature to the claim, thus fulfilling the FTR's electronic signature requirement. What are the primary and alternate means to access the E-Gov Travel System? A. The ETS desktop application and the mobile device application. B. The Access Management System and Level 1 MSA credentialing. C. PIV PIN code and username. D. The HHS Access Management System and PIV personal identification number. Pause the video, consider your response, and then resume to learn the answer. The correct answer is B. The Access Management System and Level 1 MSA credentialing. Which process should an HHS employee follow to sign their travel voucher claims? A. The employee is provided their Level 1 credentials, username and password, with the ETS URL along with instructions how to review and sign the claim online. B. The employee is too important to be bothered with signing their own claims. C. The employee is sent an email with a PDF copy of the claim. When it is signed and returned by email, it is uploaded to the ETS and the claim is administratively stamped signed on behalf. D. The employee is provided a PIV card and AMS access and then trained how to use the ETS, including signing a voucher claim. Pause the video, consider your response, and then resume to learn the answer. The correct answer is D. The employee is provided a PIV card and AMS access and then trained how to use the ETS, including signing a voucher claim. Which process should an invitational traveler follow to sign their travel voucher claims? A. The invitational traveler is provided their Level 1 credentials, username and password, with the ETS URL along with instructions how to review and sign the claim online. B. The invitational traveler is too important to be bothered with signing their own claims. C. The invitational traveler is sent an email with a PDF copy of the claim. When it is signed and returned by email, it is uploaded to the ETS and the claim is administratively stamped signed on behalf. D. The invitational traveler is provided a PIV card and AMS access and then trained how to use the ETS, including signing a voucher claim. Pause the video, consider your response, and then resume to learn the answer. The correct answer is A. The invitational traveler is provided their Level 1 credentials, username and password, with the ETS URL along with instructions how to review and sign the claim online. True or false? The federal travel regulation establishes that the travel expense voucher claims must be electronically signed. Pause the video, consider your response, and then resume to learn the answer. The correct answer is true. True or false? For security reasons, the ETS can only be accessed through a two-factor authentication within the AMS. Pause the video, consider your response, and then resume to learn the answer. The correct answer is false. Congratulations! You have completed this episode. Thank you for participating. The next episode in this series is Episode 14. E-Gov Travel System Permissions and Roles.